Welcome, welcome. What is up, everybody? Nate Allbaugh here, high school football coach in Illinois, and we are live. It is Tuesday night here on the Chief Pigskin YouTube channel, and Tuesday night has become open mic night. Open mic, which means you can get on here and share your opinion or ask a question. I don't know if anybody would have a question for me necessarily, but you may have something you've been thinking about or want put another brain to or get someone's opinion on, or that you've been dying to argue with me about. Whatever that is, hop on tonight and let me know, right? This is your chance. Tuesday night is your chance to be heard. Let me rename here. I am not Rebecca Allbaugh. I am Nate Allbaugh. There we go. Tuesday nights are for open mic. Last week, I just threw a whole bunch of people in. I feel like maybe this week, I need to go, right? People will pop in, they'll end up in the waiting room, and then I will let them in one at a time, right? Have a little short conversation, then maybe let the next guy in. If nobody wants to get in on it, I'll just shoot the breeze for a little bit, tell you what I've been up to, and then I'll start tonight's clinic video. Let's go ahead and I better head over to Twitter and tweet this out that I am live. It is open mic, which means opportunity for you to be heard tonight. What's up, Coach Quiroga? Good to see you, man. Let me grab this live link and let everybody know that I'm live. Choo-choo. I feel like it should be popping up, and it's not popping up on my phone. There it is. Coach's open mic live. There you go. Let me grab this link real quick. You can probably hear me. Okay, share, copy link. There we go. Now I'm going to come over to Twitter and tweet this out that we live. Let's go, baby. Open mic. Come share your opinion or ask questions or challenge our thinking. How about that? On for 30 minutes. Come stop by. How about that? How about that? How's that tweet? All right, paste that in there. There's our link and tweet that. Okay, we got the news out that we are live. Just finished up with Coach William Fly, who was on the Power Hour, and he's a strength training coach out of North Carolina, South Carolina. Man, I just forgot where he's from. But he did this thing on their strength progressions, which I just thought was really, really good. And I mean, like, so when it comes to teaching their kids squatting, right? They're starting with air squats, then they graduate to goblet squats, right? And it just has this progression that the kids are required to go through. I think it's so good for kids. You got to have that in your program. Anyway, it's Tuesday night, open mic night. Let me grab this meeting and everything, meeting ID. I need a faster way to do this. Can I do this? Let's see. I'm going to get all this in here. Get the meeting link in here. Looking for guys that have something they want to talk about, a topic to bring up, right? Because I'm always bringing up topics. I'm all topicked out. I love to talk football. I love to talk coaching. But, you know, sometimes maybe my ideas are running thin. Here we are. I'm supposed to be mid-season. Instead, I'm neck deep in just regular old life stuff, bills and what we're doing for Thanksgiving type stuff. You know what I mean? All right, password. I think that's right. What's up, Coach Freeman, Coach Campos? Welcome, guys. Welcome. Good to see you. It is Tuesday night, and it is open mic night. Would love to have somebody come in and chat. I was saying, I think I'm going to do it a little different tonight. I think I'll just bring one guy in at a time. So like if you do join in and you hop in, I'll let you in one guy at a time, and we'll talk for like 5 minutes or so, maybe 5-10 minutes about whatever you want to talk about, and then we'll let you go, and then we'll bring the next guy in, right? Would love to see you stick around and, again, challenge people's opinions, ask any questions, talk about any topic you want to talk about, anything, and we'll dive in. Otherwise, we're just hanging out. We'll shoot the breeze for 5-10 minutes, and then I'll shut down the live, and I'll just go right into our clinic. Our clinic tonight is Kyle Ralph out of New Palestine, Indiana. I don't know how many state titles they've won lately. I want to say they've won at least 3 of the last 5 in Indiana. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. It might be 2 of the last 5. They are on fire, and Kyle Ralph is one of the best coaches in the state. I mean, and I think that a lot of the Indiana people would agree with me. I'm checking it out on Max Preps right now. Says that they're 3-1 right now. I wish I knew Indiana's like go-to place to find records and past records, because I know all those things when it comes to Illinois. 1920, 14-0 state champs. 1819, 14-0 state champs. 17-18, 10-1. So they've been good for a very long time. Kyle Ralph, and that's New Palestine, Indiana. Now on Max Preps, it is just listed that someone else was the head coach, but Max Preps is not always right. And I just heard something a month ago about Kyle Ralph at New Pal, so I'd be surprised if he's gone. But anyway, that's our clinic tonight, New Palestine. Kyle Ralph talking about his 3-3, introducing his 3-3, and that is tonight's clinic that's going to be on after this. If you're not watching this live, it stays up. The clinic portion of this night stays up for about 24 hours. And then the clinic portion comes down and this part stays up. All of our clinics are always available over at clinic.chiefpigskin.com. It is a membership site. We've worked so hard on it. We think it's really awesome. We think it's a great resource and would love to see you check it out. Whether you're watching this thing now live or you're watching this thing in 6 months from now, clinic.chiefpigskin.com. Incredible stuff. So 5 coaches in the house now tonight. Would love to hear from you guys. I put the chat, the ID, that's Zoom. That's on Zoom. Put the Zoom chat ID in there. If anybody wants to hop on, shoot the breeze, pick my brain. Like I said, I don't pretend to have anything necessarily to offer. But I can be another football coach to bounce some things off of. Or maybe you just want to get on YouTube and show people how much you know. Let's go. You're on YouTube, and we got an audience. And usually these things within a day or two have 100 views or so. So somebody's listening if you guys want to jump on. This weekend I went to Byron, Illinois. And Byron's in northern Illinois. They've been to back-to-back state title games, and they've actually lost back-to-back really heartbreaking games. They're really playing very, very good football. No link, Coach Freeman. I just have the Zoom ID right there. You got to type it in. Do you guys not see the chat from me? It says Nate Allball 839-7977. You guys can't see that? What's the word? What do you guys see? It says the link ID and the password. Not the link ID, but the meeting ID and the password. Do I need to bring the link in for you guys? Let me see. Copy link. Now if I come over here, maybe I could paste this in. Boom. Let's see if that works. Let me know if that works. Maybe this is the way I was doing it last week. I can't remember. But I went up to see coach at Byron, Jeff Boyer. And boy, did he do a great job, man. So there's 3 videos on their wing tee. They're double tight wing tee. They almost always run wing right. They're bringing a guy in motion a lot. They put their best guy at wing back, and they run double dive to the left. They run belly to the right and tons of belly, like with all these little variations of it, which I really liked some of them. I've been a belly guy for a while. I've run a lot of belly. The program I'm in right now, we run a ton of belly. We run it now from the gun. Coach is running it from under center, but he has a ton of stuff. They're going to go to their strong side with belly, to their weak side with double dive. And what was their last piece of the puzzle? What was it? Goodness, I can't even think of what their last piece of the puzzle was. Oh, it's just superpower. like student body right, student body left, superpower, just power. He calls it their toss. And, superpower is you just a little flip. Quarterback leads the way. I mean, it's really, really pretty cool. Tonight is open mic night. We'll be live for, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, however long we have something interesting to talk about. And when we run out, we will turn it over to tonight's clinic presentation from the online clinic. That's at clinic.chiefpigskin.com. And tonight's is from Kyle Ralph from New Palestine, Indiana. Incredible coach. They've won back-to-back state championships in Indiana. And he does a really good job, man. I mean, he is really a dynamite coach. But I think what we're going to do tonight is let a guy in, shoot the breeze with him only for like 5 minutes, and then we'll let him go, and then we'll bring the next guy in. So if we don't grab you first, hang in there. It'll be about 5 minutes, and we'll come grab you. Would love to get somebody on, talk a little ball. Let's just grab, Quiroga was in the house first tonight. Let's grab Quiroga. Listen, fellas, I'm counting on you guys to bring me a topic tonight because I'm topicked out. I've been sitting here in this chair for months now thinking of interesting topics. Now, as soon as a topic gets brought up, I'm all in and I'm diving in. William Fly, what's up, coach? Just finished watching your presentation. Loved your presentation, man. Was just telling everybody how much I liked it. I loved, even when I just sat there looking, like making these kids air squat. How many of my kids currently, in our current program, how many of our current kids could use just air squatting? We lost Coach Q. We're going to go to Coach Freeman. Coach Q, hopefully you're going to come back. What's up, Coach Freeman?
Hey, what's up?
I was just telling the guys we're going open mic tonight. I don't know if you heard it. We're going to bring a guy in for like 5 minutes, and then we're going to say goodbye, and then we're going to bring the next guy in. Sound good to you?
Sounds great.
Man, remind everybody the name of your school.
We are Murray County Central, the Rebels in Slayton, Minnesota. So.
Murray County Central, and I'm starting to get better now. You're not far from South Dakota.
Right. Yep, we're right in the southwest corner of Minnesota there, so that's the best way to describe it. About 3 hours away from the Twin Cities. And
you a lifelong Minnesotan?
No, I'm actually from northern Wisconsin originally.
Really?
And then went to college down southwest Minnesota, so that's kind of how I got hooked up on here. My brother is the head football coach there, so we coach together. He's the head football coach. I'm the offense coordinator. So that's kind of a unique situation for us there, and it's kind of cool for us to be able to do that.
That is really awesome. I'm going to come back to that in just a second. What we're doing tonight, guys, if you just got here, first of all, check in the chat. We always get great conversation in the chat. We're doing an open mic night. We're bringing a guy on, introducing him. He's going to talk. We're going to shoot the breeze for 5 minutes or so. We're going to let him go and bring the next coach on. So if you want to get in, get over here and click the link and get into the waiting room, and we'll bring you on. I just posted the link again. We'll bring you on. Would love for you to bring a question, a topic, an idea, something that we can shoot the breeze about briefly and quickly. Coach, you guys, have you officially started yet? Because I know Minnesota's back on.
Yeah, we just got the word Monday, yesterday. So kids are really excited. We're technically still in like our practice season right now because that's what they approved for us originally.
Okay.
But our official practice is Monday. And then we'll play our first game 2 weeks from now, hopefully, if everything goes well. 6-game regular season, and then sounds like a 2-week playoff. Probably no state tournament for us, but just excited to get back and be playing again. The kids are super excited too.
Heck yeah, man! I think that's what I was wondering is what's the vibe around the school with it being back?
Yeah, it's been really cool. It's actually our homecoming week this week. Which we kind of scheduled in advance, which is weird because we only got cross country going on right now. So I think there's just a different atmosphere in the school right now, which has been really cool to see. And now it's kind of the game of making sure that we can play these 6 games because now it's kind of scary because you don't want to get shut down. Like if we go distance learning, you can't play. And so I think we're just kind of like, okay, everybody, we got what we wanted. Let's be responsible and let's make this thing happen. So
right. Yeah, good for you, man. Well, that's exciting. I see William Papp in the house. Welcome, Coach Papp. Welcome, Coach Fly. So, Coach, what's on your mind, man? What's been up with you guys, football-wise?
Yeah, so we obviously have gotten some practice going last couple weeks, and we feel pretty good about the group of guys we got coming back. Obviously, you had me on for like some wing T stuff last week, so we're still running that. But probably the question I had is probably the most influential video I've watched on Chief Pigskin is that Tommy Dennison using numerical advantage. And I actually got to talk with him and sit down and Zoom with him.
Oh, did you?
And so that was a really unique experience. And basically, what I got out of it was he is really against 2x2 formations just
Right.
because he feels no numerical advantage. So, my question is in the 11-man game, what formations give you a numerical advantages besides 3x1? Or should you always be in 3x1 given his philosophy of attacking with a numerical advantage?
Well, I asked Dennison that exact question. I said, in 11 man, he said the most strategically advantages by the numbers. And if anybody doesn't know, here on our YouTube channel, so it's free, you're going to find a video by Tommy Dennison. He is the offensive coordinator at, which college? And he's at a Canadian college.
York College.
He's at York. Okay. And I'll tell you what, I said this once to one coach. I said, what he's doing is groundbreaking. And he's like, how is attacking numbers advantage groundbreaking? And I said, well, okay, yes, I get it. That idea isn't necessarily groundbreaking. What is groundbreaking is the fact that they have broken it down statistically to saying, no, we're not trying to attack numerical advantages. We are saying that that's our number one priority. Even a higher priority than getting it to their best kid is attacking to a numerical advantage. So I asked him that question in an 11-man game, what are the most strategically advantageous formations? And yes, he said 3x1 and 2x1 with a fullback, right?
Really?
Yes, he said those are the most advantageous, numerical advantageous formations in 11-man football. So 2x1 with a fullback and 3x1. So my question becomes, as a wing T guy, because I am too, and now but you got a little bit more freedom within your wing T, right? Because you're gun.
Yeah.
Is you go, okay, now within this, within what I like to do, what is the most numerical advantage? But even still, even if I don't change my formation, right? What he didn't like about 2x2 is it's truly balanced.
Right.
Like you got to do something where it's something that's not quite balanced. And let's face it, even a quote unquote non-unbalanced formation is still not necessarily balanced, right? So if I look at my tight end wing and a split, I clearly have a strength over here.
Right.
And I got to sit down and look at that. And honestly, I need to go back, even just start one game a week at some old film when I'm in the off season and go, okay, I'm going to break this game down and go, all right, what was our gain? What was our average per play when we did attack numbers advantage, and which ones did we not? So how are you planning on using that this year?
Right. So using that, I think one other formation that we're using is kind of that pro set with a tight end and then a split out and then twins on the backside. So it's not a by two, but you get that extra blocker with the tight end, kind of like how you go with the fullback. So basically, and it's kind of nice because we've set up our play sheet to go, okay, we're either attacking left, right, or the box. And so our box count right now is we're not running the football unless we have 6 in the box, because out of that formation, we have 7 guys that can account for those 6, and he wants to attack with a +1 advantage to the box and even numbers to the perimeter. And so that's been the big thing out there. And then the other thing was using our back out of the backfield as a receiver, because then you gain an extra guy. So basically out of our gun set, we say that our twin side plus the backs is basically a trips look. And then we have a closed tight end with the split out on the other side. So we're really attacking with that back out of the backfield to try and attack the perimeter more. But I think based on the numbers, we are going to attack the perimeter way more until a team really either brings a safety back to try and, which is something that I really am excited about if they do, because then it's like, well, sweet, we get to run at 6 guys in the box versus 8, 9 guys. And one thing that caught me is when we met with him, we actually went through an LSU game film, and he was like, this is the team that In the 11-man game, I feel like attacks with numbers the best, and they're still not very good at it. And it was amazing to me that he would go, okay, they should attack here, and or he would say they have no numbers advantage. It's going to be a negative play, or it's going to be a sack or a third level throw. And he was right, like almost all the time. But then when they would get a numerical advantage and they would attack that, they would score a 60-yard touchdown.
Isn't that amazing? I'm telling you, everybody needs to see this. You guys need to see this. Look him up, Tommy Dennison, and that's so cool that he was willing. He's a great dude, man. He was an incredible quarterback, incredible college quarterback. He has like these records, and he was like Mr. Canadian football. He was amazing. Well, Coach, I'm going to get on and hop on with some other guys. Dude, thanks for jumping on. I want to recommend to everybody, go check out Tommy Dennison because this stuff is unbelievable. And I'm curious to see, man, stay in touch. Let us know how this is going. Are you all in? Is this how you're attacking this year?
For sure. This is the number one priority this year.
I can't wait.
Yeah, so we'll stay in touch.
All right, let us know how it's going.
Thanks, Coach.
See ya. All right. I'm telling you guys now, but we're going to bring somebody else in now. You got to see it. Look it up. It's on our Chief Pigskin. It's here on the YouTube channel, so it's free. Tommy Dennison. It is so good. You've got to see it. Let's get somebody else on. Hopefully you guys are willing to bring a topic, a quick topic, a 5-minute, 10-minute topic. Coach Campos, how are you, man?
Great. How you doing, Coach?
Dude, I'm doing so good. Coach Quiroga, you kind of got the raw end of the deal. You were first up. Now you end up third up. Real quick, Coach Campos, give me a second. If you're just getting here, what we're doing tonight is Tuesday night, open mic night. We did it a little different last week. We just had everybody in. And I thought maybe it'll be a little better. I'm just going to give everybody, like every guy that wants to hop on gets like 5-10 minutes. We want to ask you guys to bring a quick topic or an idea or something, and we'll shoot the breeze about it. And we'll let you go. We'll bring the next guy in. And we'll just go until we run out of stuff to talk about. And then I've got an online clinic lined up from Kyle Ralph, his 3-3 video from the online clinic at clinic.chiefpigskin.com. Got that lined up for right after this. So let us know where you're watching from if you're just getting here. This has been Campos. He was just here on our Chief Pigskin channel presenting game planning a week and a half ago. How much are you guys ready to play ball, man? Are you as bad as I am?
Man, we're itching. Like, the kids are ready to go. You know, it's really cool to watch them come every day, and then they just have these smiles on their face because they're actually doing what they want to do. And, you know, we talked about this. You see some of these kids that come in and they're smiling and they're happy, and it's just a different attitude because, one, they're not getting harped on at school all day long. You know, they're doing their remote learning right now in Carbondale. So it's just one of those things that they come in and they're just happy to be around people. It's fun, man. We're ready to go. But March it is, huh?
Yeah, apparently March it is. Everybody's in Illinois is upset, man, but it is what it is. But so you guys are out there trying to get a little bit of work in. We're getting just a touch of work in. How often a week are you guys going?
We're going Monday, Wednesday, Friday until we run out of our contact days, and then and we'll sit in November, December, January. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
That's a long period of no contact with the kids, so hopefully they'll be at least maybe back in school at that point, and they'll be getting the lift and, you know, do some extra stuff. But
so you guys aren't even in school?
No.
So these kids come, and this is literally like the first they're getting to be with people like as a big group since last March.
Yeah, this is it.
Wow. Well, good for them. So we've been in school, so that is incredible to see that. But I'll bet you're right. Like I can just imagine like the smiles on their faces, like, we're doing something again.
Yeah, they get in line for the temperature checks, and then, you know, they're just smiling the whole time. Even during the conditioning stuff, you know, they're just happy to be around people.
Yeah, dude, that is so awesome. Well, we got Coach Gardner in the house. Welcome. He says he's too long-winded for 5 minutes. He says doesn't look like they're going to play underclassmen games this week. And we got some COVID problems out in Utah. Jerry Payne in the house out of Charleston, Illinois. Welcome, Coach Payne. Had a great practice tonight. Kids are upbeat. Coaches are excited. It is an exciting feeling, man. Exciting feeling. Coach, you got some sort of hot topic we can talk about?
Yes, I've been battling with this all week, and I started thinking I need to figure out how to cover those 3-by-1 formations, better. Because we primarily go, man or man over, where we bring the backside monster. We'll do that, a quarter half look, and there's got to be a better way than quarter half. I mean, you're asking a backside monster cover a backside of the back half of the field, and he's not even involved really in the play. So you really talk about numbers advantage right there. You're essentially losing one guy, you know. And so I'm just looking for ideas from anybody. Like at this point, I really like how we run our quarter half. I like how we do our pattern match out of that 3-3 that you introduced in that simplest 3-3-5. But when we go man to man, people just pick up on it. So they can't throw screens on us anymore.
Sure.
Because we work really hard on that. But it's the double moves, and then the fake screen and go, all that stuff. And our kids want, man to man, you're biting, you're coming, and you're pressing. And so regardless of the technique that you teach, whether you're, teaching them off and mirror or press, they are anxious to be on top of somebody. And that by itself creates a lot of holes in the field. So I just want to talk about what ideas you might have, anybody else might have about covering 3-by-1, because that seems to be everybody's going to those, these spread offenses down here, and they're throwing the bubbles, the tunnels, the nows, all that stuff.
Yes.
It's just,
we see a ton of 3-by-1. Everybody sees a ton of 3-by-1 right now, and rightfully so. It's a fantastic formation. So you guys help Coach Campos out. Of course, I'll give you an opinion, but you guys help Coach Campos out, whether it's here in the chat or look him up on Twitter. Hit him. What's your Twitter handle, Coach?
at Coach B Campos.
There you go, at Coach B Campos. So look him up on Twitter. First of all, give him a follow. And if you got any ideas talking 3-by-1, I know Coach Gardner's full of ideas 3-by-1 wise. Some of you other guys, I don't know how many ideas you have on 3-by-1, just because I haven't talked defense with very many other guys. But I know we got a lot of good coaches in the house. So I want to welcome all of you guys to give your opinion on this topic. I'm going to give my opinion, and then we're going to go see who else. Coach Q is in the house waiting. So here's my thought on 3-by-1. First and foremost, I think that you have to start with your own personal saying, here's how we defend 3-by-1 when all I'm defending are X's and O's, meaning all we're defending is 3-by-1 as an idea, right? Like, because here's the thing, when you get into a game plan, you're not defending an idea anymore. Every team has a Superman. One guy for every team, if they're good. Every team that's good has one guy that's clearly better than the other guys. So now it's like, okay, how far from how we defend plain X's and O's do we deviate in order to defend where Superman is? So I think that's important. So I think that when you sit in the summer and you think about, okay, how am I going to stop 3-by-1? It's almost like this unsolvable problem, because when you move all the possibilities of what Superman can do and where he could be, or what if they, it doesn't end, right? So I think you have to start by drawing up, here's how we defend 3-by-1 as a concept. Yep. And now you say, okay, we need two alternatives for if Superman is this, then here's an option. And this is an option we can just touch on in the summer, and we can get more into if this happens during the year. And if he's over here, we need to be able to do this. So we have to have some options. So for me, first of all, 3-by-1, I want to stay in I'm going to call it cover 3. For me, we're going to stay in cover 3. But what I personally like to do is either one of two things. If they are going 3-by-1 because they like to go to the 3-man side, then I want to do what I call pound. I'm going to take my one stack backer and I'm going to bump him out towards the 3-man side, take my outside linebacker and let him stay nice and wide, and bring my backside stack, and he's going to come over the same trip side. So I'm going to have both stacks on one side. Okay? And now the reason I like that is because this dog, I call my stacks the dogs,
Yeah.
he knows this world. Nothing has changed for him, right? But what I've been able to do now is I can displace one dog, and I've gained numbers to their numbers. I've matched numbers with numbers. I haven't lost anything in the run game because they've taken a guy away on the backside. So now my D end and my monster now really are playing that same two. They're defending the B and the C gap together, right? The two of them can take care of B gap, C gap together. Do that how you want, right? I know you like to stunt in a lot of ways. For me, I would usually just give my DN, he's going to go inside. My monster would defend the C gap as a default, right? So I really like bumping that guy a little bit. If the team isn't really screen heavy or roll heavy, right? So now if they're not screen heavy or roll heavy, they're either have a very good back where they're inside zone and trying to just make you miss a line, or the kid is kind of a drop back passer. When I get a drop back passer, I'm usually going to leave both dogs on one side. We're going to play cover 3, and my dog, the backside dog, so again, Trips is over here. This dog here is responsible for 3 on the other side vertical when we see pass. Okay? So in my opinion, when you let the hound, that middle safety, and he has to split 2 vertical threats coming from one side and 3x1, if he splits the 2 of them, in my opinion, he's beat by both. He's lost inside leverage on 3, so you're beat because of inside leverage, and you're too far from 2 to go defend it. So what we really do is we say, in 3x1, if 3 crosses your face, dude, leave him. You jump 2. You can play 2, and we're gonna pick up 3 on that backside with the dog. As soon as that dog reads pass and drop back, not quick game, he is literally like sprinting down that hash, like just deep down the hash. And I got that from Stevenson coach. What's that?
Do you have them collision that at all?
The dog?
Yeah.
So for me, for that is, what do you do in your program? If you're a heavy collision team, yes. And if you're not, no. Just run the hash. That's what we teach them. Run the hash. When you realize it's drop back, run the hash, because that's where they want. They want that number 3 to the far hash. That's what they want. They want it 100%, right? And so that's the exact spot we're going if it's not quick game, and we're going there fast. So that's me defending it by default, right? Now, when you get the Superman and he comes in, that can change things. But to me, when you do get a Superman, I am A-okay with cheating that Superman as much as you can, whether it's getting both monsters on one side or both dogs on one side, especially with a spread team, your average spread team, not the superstar spread. I think that when it comes to what they're doing, because of how many formations there are, they have less fixes to the if-thens. They just do. They have less fixes generically. So take away the superstar, make them beat you with someone else, because... And listen, I'm talking very, very in theory here. So yes, everything I say can be beat. But the reality is, how many things do you have to your third best guy? You've got quick game and what, a comeback? I mean, what else do you have to him? You know what I mean? Take away the dude that they're running under 2 and drags, and they find a way to do everything. Take him away. Cover him with an extra guy. And then let him beat you with the other guy on what do they have left? You don't draw up the great stuff to your third best guy. You just don't. Okay, now that does not apply to the best team in the state, okay? Just want a disclaimer. That doesn't apply to them. To them, you just better be good at football too, or it is what it is. All right, man, I'm over my time. Campos, thanks for shooting out a question and for joining us, man.
Oh, man, anytime. It's fun.
Good luck to you guys. Hopefully I see you around later this week. And, of course, I'm a Carbondale fan now.
There you go. Go Terriers.
All right. We'll see you around.
See ya.
Well, if you guys are here watching, it is open mic night. And on open mic, we just get guys we got guys in the chat right now. Let me cut and paste the link if you want to join in the chat. Bring a topic, bring a hot, quick topic. We'll get you in for 5-10 minutes. We'll talk ball, and then we'll let you go. Coach Q's been waiting for a while. Let's get Quiroga in here. When we finish with our open mic, I do have a clinic waiting to go tonight, and the clinic is from Coach Ralph out of New Palestine, Indiana, back-to-back state champs, and he's talking his 3-3. So that's what we got on tap as soon as we're done with open mic. I got Coach Q in the house. Welcome. Looks like you've upgraded the headset, man. We got you. We got you. Let us know when we got you, Coach Q. Yeah, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Let me see. Make sure it's not me. Did I mute him on accident, guys? Let me know in the chat. Did I mute him on accident? Keep working on it, Coach. I'll let you know when I got you and I got sound. I'll let you know. It tells me that you're connecting to audio.
Hey, Coach. Coach.
I got you now, man. I got you now. Welcome, Coach Q. Coach Chap in the house. Chap, did you ever let us know where you're from? What's up, Coach Eddings out of Cali? Good to see you. Thomason out of Oregon. Good evening. It is open mic night. If you have a quick topic you'd love to talk about, again, you know, by tomorrow night or 2 nights from now, 100, 200 people will have seen this. Maybe you just have a message you want to get out. Maybe you want to get in front of some people. Hop on. Let's talk ball for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And whatever you're up to, we're happy to have you here for open mic night. So I'm going to post my link once more time. Oh, yes, Whitesboro, New York. Coach Q, what's up, man?
What's going on, Coach? How are you?
Dude, I'm really good. I just heard from Dom Pasolano, who used to coach at Shepherd.
Yep.
He sent me a message today saying, hey, can you get a hold of Coach Q? I really want to he really wants to sit in on one of those option nights.
Coach, actually, I just sent you the invite as well. You're more than welcome, Coach. We're doing one this Friday. I've got the assistant head coach out from Kentucky State University. He'll be joining us.
Okay.
He also gave me information to his O-line coach and offensive coordinator to send them the invites as well, because he's been mentioning to them they want to jump on. And when Coach Cochran jumps on, it's phenomenal. He was very sharing and giving it his information. Absolute great time. I could definitely shoot him over an invite. I don't have his information.
Yep, I got his email though. I'm gonna shoot it to you.
Awesome, Coach. Yeah, Coach Watkins already accepted, Coach. So I'm just letting you know I haven't heard from your invite yet. I just sent you an invitation, so
Let's
let me know.
Let's go, man. Good. Hey, I'm wanting to get on.
Coach.
If I got time, I'm in.
Coach, what was I going to tell you? What I want to talk about, and it's something that actually affected my family today, as a matter of fact. Did you hear about Notre Dame, Wake Forest game being postponed? What was it? 7 players that got tested positive for COVID.
What from where? From Notre Dame or from Wake Forest?
Notre Dame.
Really? No, I didn't hear that.
The reason why I bring it up, Coach, is because my daughter goes to both of my daughters. They go to a small Montessori school here in Hammond, Indiana, and we just literally received an email. Luckily, we have our daughter's e-learning. Okay, and we will. We are. I'm on text. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
And we're literally. They sent out an email saying that everybody needs to go get tested because someone tested positive in the school.
Really? Well, obviously, but you guys are at home, so you don't have to, right? But the kids that were at the school, so there's a little bit of outbreak going on.
Yep.
Man, I'll tell you what. I mean, obviously, that's very discouraging for me because, well, shoot, that's got to be discouraging for everyone because we're getting so close to, or we felt like we were getting so much closer to nothing but progress.
Right.
Well, that's what Gardner was saying too. Out in Utah, they're starting to have small outbreaks, and that's not what I want to hear. We're just starting to get a little bit of momentum behind some things here in Illinois. So, yeah, I'm bummed about that. Man. And now Notre Dame not playing.
Yeah, that game was scheduled for this Saturday, Coach.
And it's not like they're going to make that game up.
Right.
You know, it's not like baseball where you can just do a doubleheader.
It's gonna be interesting to see how much more often it happens throughout the season. I mean, it already happened once with Virginia Tech.
That's right. I remember seeing that last week. Oh man, I'll tell you what. Yeah, and then so it's all fine and good until it happens to the big juggernauts as they're like 2 7-0 teams getting ready to match up, right? And then everybody's gonna go, uh-oh, exactly. What now? And that's the thing. The unique thing for me, or to me, the interesting thing about the college game is that of the 7 players that tested positive, what I would be curious to know is how many of those 7 feel sick. You know what I mean? Or are they like, yeah, I tested positive, but I feel healthy. Not that it would change whether or not they should play. I'm not saying that. I'm just curious as to how it's affecting most people. I'm very curious to that because I don't know. You don't hear much about. I only hear positive tests, negative tests. That's all I hear. I don't hear like positive, but so-and-so feels good, or 80% of the people that are testing positive under the age of whatever. Again, I'm making up statistics right now. I'm just giving an example. These are some things I'm really curious about. Like, of their 7 guys, are all 7 at home in bed really sick, or do they feel good? That's what I'm curious about.
And Coach, those guys are avid testing. I mean, they're testing what? They're supposed to be like, some of them are like 3 to 4 times a week.
Right.
From what I'm hearing.
Right.
Coach, I don't know about your school, but I don't envision or seeing how CPS can do that with every school in Chicago public schools. I don't know how each school is going to do it, but I know I went and got tested just to make sure that everybody's safe because I work outside of the school, but I'm, when I'm coming home, but I did it on my own.
Yeah.
Coach, what's the price tag going to be on that kind of testing weekly for us to play a season in the spring? Just my thoughts,
I mean, I think you're right. The problem is, and that's so my biggest worry, and especially having a son who's in high school, my biggest worry is that the reasons they're giving for not playing now, right? So once the Illinois government started getting pressure to play now, they had to have good reasons why they weren't. Okay, so they gave those reasons. My biggest worry is that every reason they give, I have no reason to believe that they will be in better shape by March. Like their reasoning doesn't look better by March. And so when I look at, so now what's going to happen? March is going to come. They might actually be okay with us playing, but their own words that they used back in October, in September, are going to come back to haunt them, if you want to say, and now work against them when they're going, maybe we are okay with you playing now, but yep, I painted myself into this corner in September when I said can't play until blah, blah, blah. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm worried about. That's why I think my son has a really good chance of losing this whole year. And then who knows how much longer? I don't know. In my opinion, that you almost really can't. It's not a solvable problem. I really think it's like, are we going to go back to living or are we not going to? Because you can't run from it. It's here. It's going to hit us all, I feel like. It's going to hit us all. It's not. I don't see them eradicating this. So we go back to life or we don't.
How many kids are living with extended families at home that are taking it home to grandma and grandpa? They might be able to, they're athletes, might be able to fight it off. All of a sudden, you have grandma and grandpa, immune system not so strong anymore. What happens? When the outbreak first happened, I had a player who was living with his grandma, and she had it, and they did not even. They did the best they could, but they didn't even have a door to the room where she was at, so there was nothing literally barricading them. I literally had to go get like a car tarp and buy some like cleaning chemicals and things like that to do the best I could and go deliver them to them to try to help out as best I could. Man. But that's just one situation. So I know for a fact, but how's that going to work out with every single person out there? It's going to be interesting to see, Coach.
It's not, man. It's unsolvable. That's the thing. It's unsolvable. So we got to say, how long do we live like this? I mean, that's the thing. It's like there's no good answer. There's no good answer. I have no answer. There's no good answer. Okay, next Tuesday, Coach Q, you better come with a happier topic.
Absolutely. Hey, Coach, I'll see you Friday, okay?
Dude, that would be awesome. And you sent me an invite.
I did.
And I'm going to share it with Coach Pasolano. He's a great dude.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you know him there yet. He's, of course, he was at Shepherd. Now he's down at Westlake in Austin, Texas. That famous.
Coach, you can jump on whenever he wants, Coach. The information doesn't change.
All right. Excellent.
All right, Coach. We'll
Coach
see
Q,
you.
take care. And that goes for all you guys in the chat, man. Look up Coach Q on Twitter. He's got, he does a Friday night triple option Zoom, which is unbelievable. And I'm telling you, he's got big time coaches in there. The one I was in on, He had the one I was in on. There was O-line coach from Citadel was there. That's the type of coaches that Coach Quiroga is getting in his Zoom chat.
I was in on.
Well, fellas, we are now out in Utah with Cody Gardner, and it looks like he's near the grill. Lucky man. Did you fire it up tonight?
Oh yeah, there's steak on there right now.
Oh, man. Of course there is. Well, real quick before we jump into conversation with Coach Gardner, this is open mic night. I probably have time for one more guy after Coach Gardner if anybody wants to hop on. I'm going to throw the link back in the chat real quick. Open mic, we did it for the first time last Tuesday. Come with a topic, an idea, anything. We'll shoot the breeze for 5 minutes. Whether you have a question, not that I could help, or you have an idea, or you just want to talk in front of some people, because this gets a couple hundred views, come on and talk. So there's the link. I could probably take one more guy after Coach Gardner. Coach, how are the Miners doing right now?
Not too bad.
Whoa.
There's the steak.
And are those mountains in the background?
Well, yeah.
Come on, dude.
Can we see the? It's too smoky, but you can normally see the Olympic, like the jump, the ski jump.
Yeah.
You can see it from my patio.
And so remind us, what took you from Illinois to Park City, Utah? What made you do it?
Illinois is a shithole.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
No, so what happened was I was at Riverton, right? That's my hometown. Coached there for a long time. And we had some school board issues, quite frankly. Our school board were giant assholes that were trading votes for agendas, right? So bad that, like, they ran our superintendent out. They brought in a temporary superintendent. He was so appalled. He notified the state board. The state board came in and said, hey, this is not your job.
Yeah.
Your job is to do this.
Yeah.
They didn't give a shit. So so what happened was they ran off a lot of the good administration. So when you couple young administration, great administration, but young, with budget issues, I grew up in a household administrator, so I kind of saw the red flags.
Okay.
So I got the hell out, and I went to Missouri for 2 years.
Okay.
And had a blast. Learned a lot down there. Had a great time. We kind of turned the program around, and then our head coach had an opportunity to go down to, like, the Nashville, Tennessee, Franklin, Tennessee area to be an OC, a dedicated OC. His first move was at BGA Battleground Academy.
Okay.
And so he's a detached OC. I mean, it's like small college ball down there. They have the premier strength conditioning coach in high school football, all that kind of stuff. Now he's at Innsworth. I mean, they got guys going to Ohio State and stuff. So when he left, I just kind of looked around, like, what other opportunities are there? I put my hat in for the head job, didn't get it. Was pretty pissed off. Confused by it, truthfully. Tried to work with the new guy, and he just didn't want to hear my stuff. And he, rightfully so. He got the job. It's his gig, young guy with a lot of passion. I also have the right not to have to do stuff I don't believe in. I was pretty spoiled for a couple of years with the head coach that was there. So we looked around all over the country. My wife gave me certain criteria as far as size of the community, close to airport, those kind of things. So certain things were off, like no Iowa. Certain things like that. So it came down to pretty much like the Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, Apex, Carolina area, and here. And so, this place doesn't have any humidity, so we kind of came out this way.
Man, and just up and did it. I'll tell you what, I am preparing my wife on 2 weeks' notice. I've been preparing my wife. I said, when I got two older and one little baby. Well, she's second grader, but I got two in high school. And I tell my wife, when they go through, we're going. Now, I keep saying Hawaii. Now, but the reason I say Hawaii is so that she understands that, like, I'm ready to just go to start brand new, and a lot like what you're saying. I kind of have always been like that, though. I know in the world of coaching. So, in the world of coaching, not everybody, a lot of people came from families of educators. Like me, I came from a family of educators. And listen, my parents grew up as children of the 50s and 60s, and their parents worked the 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day that they knew of, and that's all my parents know, you know? So like they lived in one community all their life. That's all they know. So it's almost like they're at, you know, so all the educators have children who are educators. And I feel like just for the most part, you get a lot of people that live their lives very similarly. And so a lot of coaches I get a lot of grief sometimes for how many places I've been. And like I've been at this school and this school and this school, and I catch heat from it, like especially at my current staff, because everyone on my current staff has been here for like 20 years. Right. I'm like, oh, boy, you've been everywhere, and I joke about it, I laugh, I take the joke, but honestly, I love that I've been everywhere. I love that the experience that I've had, the people I've met. I love it. I've learned some hard lessons. It wasn't all easy, but I literally feel excitement for whatever that next thing will be for me. Now, it'll be a couple years away. But anyway, back to you, Coach. You're in the middle of the season. And for all you guys at home, I mean, look up Coach Gardner on Twitter. What's your Twitter account?
It's just at Cody Gardner _Gardner. So CODY_GARDNER.
At Cody_Gardner. Gardner is a really, really good X and O's guy. I can't keep up with him. If you guys have any X and O's question, I think you need to follow him, first of all. Secondly, I think he's a great resource, and he's always loves talking ball. So I want to make sure you guys know to look him up. A big-time X and O resource for you. Defensive coordinator at Park City, defending state runners-up, right?
Yep.
And so we're playing some big-time football. Coach, give us some sort of hot topic to close out the night. It looks like you might be our last guy.
Yeah. So had some firsts this week, right? Last week. Okay, so we played our like main region conference like rival team, right? So in our JV game, because we play our freshman and JV game before the varsity game, I hate it.
Okay.
Like if you have any schematic wrinkles, you kind of like have to play like left-handed as a JV team.
Right.
Like, hey, we're gonna do this. It works. By the way, you can't use it.
Yeah, I've been there.
You know, yeah. So, but anyway, we played those guys. Our freshmen dominated. Our freshman group's pretty ridiculous. Our JV is a good group. We've got like our quarterback's a sophomore. We've got some guys up, so we've depleted them a little bit. But we did the whole let them score to get the ball back to score and win.
Okay.
And it friggin' worked. Which like, all right. If you can't tackle them in the backfield, just let them score. And so, sure enough, there was like 4th and 2 on the 15. Let them score. They kick off, like 1 play, 2 play, score.
Okay.
And then we kick off and get a pick to ice it. But I was like, that doesn't work. It was so awesome to see our kids like, like, look, this is a strategy. This is this. And our kids just bought in like, hey, look, we're going to let them score. No biggie. Offense is going to go out and do their thing, get the 2-point, we win. Like, just like, and just see them be like, yes, sir, coach, got it, and went and did it.
And so what was the final score?
We went for 2 and 1. It was like 32-31.
Oh, my gosh. So when you let them score, can you remember? I struggle at this, like remembering details in game. Can you remember what the score was when you decided to let them score?
So this was the tricky part. The touchdown put them up 7. I'm like, well, you need to go for 2.
Yeah.
Right? They don't. They go for the single. They go for the PAT. They botch snap.
No.
Get the throw off. We tackle them at the 3-inch line.
Really?
Yeah, it was crazy. So now we're only down 7, so we score, get the 2-point win. So we let them go. That was the thing is if they, we were kind of like, and I get maybe going for the 1, make it 8. It's a higher percentage. But I'm like, obviously we're a play-to-win team no matter what. We've been in situations. You've seen our stupid fakes and stuff we've done. Like we're a play-to-win team. But it worked, right? So fast forward varsity, we're battling back and forth. We get off to a slow start. If anybody knows how to get a team to come off the bus ready to play, please let me know. It is.
I've been there.
I mean, I think we have the second best offense in the state, and I bet we haven't scored more than twice in the first half all year.
Wow.
Seriously. We're scoring 40 a game. I think we're at we run ball for 300 yards a game. We're throwing for just under 200, and we score 14 or 7 points in the first half. Defensively, same thing defensively. We aren't giving up scores in the third quarter, but we're getting gutted. 17 play, 80-yard drives to open games. Can't get off the field on third down. So if anybody has any ideas, let me know. But Sure enough, they go 83 yards, 17 plays. They convert like 4 third downs. They score on us. We settle in. We start coming back in the third quarter. We open up the third quarter with a pick, and then we get another pick, and we get a 3 and out. We get a punt return down to the 2. We start getting it rolling. We take the lead. Our offense has the ball, 4:40 to go in the game with the lead, and we don't convert. We have to punt.
Mm-hmm.
They come down and they score with 25 seconds left to go in the game. And it's not looking good, obviously, for the Oak Park City Miners. And so they kick off to us. We get an okay return. First down, we hit a swing route to our running back. One hand. It's all on Twitter. I'll tag you.
Okay.
Catches it one-handed, runs it up the sideline for like 20 yards, gets out of bounds. We throw a 10-yard out to our big receiver. He catches it. Now we got the ball 39. Home crowd, the home field clock operator milks us from 8 to 5, like 5.6. And so we've got a sophomore. His arm's not huge.
Yeah.
But what we do is we go quads left, 6'5", 6'3", 6'3", 6'2". And our 5'8" guy, our slot guy, we kind of put him over on the side.
Yeah.
Hoping maybe he can, into the boundary, maybe he can hold a guy or two out of the jump ball.
Sure.
Right? So we snap it, kind of run around. We kind of bump into our tackle, trying to get out to the left to try to get to that jump ball situation. Reverses field, chucks it in the end zone. Mr. 5'8", 145 pounds, comes down with her.
Really?
We win it as time expires.
What?
Dude, I've never been part of like it.
Gosh.
Either side of the coin. No one ever catches it.
Yeah.
I've had jump balls, but no one ever catches it.
Yeah.
Dude catches it, gets laid out, comes up with a rock, ball game.
Place goes crazy.
Right? But like, we can't, there's no handshake, right? So this is COVID.
Okay.
It's like no handshake, we're like celebrating, you turn around, and their team and their stands are gone. 40 seconds, 30 seconds, the whole place clears. But I've never been part of anything like that. Like,
wow, that must have been amazing.
Oh, dude, just sophomore to sophomore.
Wow.
Yeah, just amazing game.
Dude.
Kids,
and that's something the kids will never forget for the rest of their lives. Nobody on that team.
I told that sophomore, I go to the quarterback, I'm like, look, I'm going to love watching you over the next couple of years. You're an amazing young player. You're only going to get better. Dude, we're not going to top this.
Yeah, there's not going to be like a better moment than this.
Here's the ball, hide it. It's not as cool as it is. So yeah, it was pretty wild, man. Like, I just never been part of it.
Oh my gosh, man, you guys have been in some wars this year, and you guys are good.
Well, week 1 we lost by a score. Week 3 we lost by a point. We missed a PAT to tie. We were down 28-0, came back, lost 41-40.
Oh my gosh!
So we're a touchdown and a point from being undefeated, but it's good. I mean, we've grown more than our losses.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it works, man. When you go through those wars, you look at yourself closer, and of course, it makes you better. Well, shoot, man, we got to 9 o'clock tonight in a hurry. Coach, I want to make sure that everybody look him up at Cody_Gardner. I think that is a great topic, though, is getting kids ready when they come off the bus, because I think it's a very common problem for kids. It's difficult to overcome. I don't have the fix. Oh my gosh, look at this. I will. This is what I want to leave. The thought I want to leave with in relation to that. And I'm not saying this is an answer. This is just what came to mind when you were saying it. I remember when I got to college, I was a college wrestler, and our college wrestling coach, we went to my first meet, and we were required to wrestle a 6-minute match with our teammate in warm-ups. It was like an hour before we were, and I remember at that time going, "What? Like, I have a match? You want me to wrestle a full-blown match?" He was adamant about it. It was just what we did. And sure enough, I'm telling you, it helped me, because I was famous for, in high school, that first match of the day. I was so, it just felt weird. I was bad. I didn't look good ever. And sure enough, that helped me. So anyway, when you were saying that, my brain thought of that. I don't know that that's a fix, or I don't know how that would relate to football. I just know that it's a real problem. We got to put it out there.
That's the old boxing adage, right? Go in the ring cold, come out of the ring cold. Be up.
I'd never heard of that.
Yeah, that's an old boxing thing.
That's a great
Go in
one.
cold, come out cold. It's exactly what that is.
That is.
Yeah, it's just, and when we were even last year's team and the year before, we had a semifinal team and a finals team, and we talked about it constantly. Who's going to be the guy to make the play?
Yeah.
It was like once one person jumped in and made a play, a splash play, then we were just rolling down it.
Yeah.
And so it's something we fight constantly. This year, maybe just because of lack of experience, it just drags longer.
That's a great question.
Seriously, if anybody has hey, you know what? We battled this. We come out, and I don't care if there's like, hey, do hang cleans in the parking lot.
Yeah, David Thomason out of Oregon, he said, when our bus is late and we get there with only enough time to dress and hit the field, those are the only times we've gotten off the bus ready to go from the first kickoff. So it's like, and of course you can't plan for that. You can't go in planning to get there at the last second. Oh man, this is a great question though. I think we're going to need to ask more people about this because surely it's something that everyone around the nation deals with. All right, Gardner, good luck this week. I'm sure you're in for another war.
Yeah, another 5-1 team. So
Jeez.
This is for our region. We win this one, we're in pretty good shape. But 5-1, they're a bit bigger than us. They kind of success factored down. So we got it. I'm excited.
Okay, another big week. All right, man. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
Well, that's it for the night, guys. That was open mic night. I hope that you enjoyed. Join us next Tuesday for open mic night. Tomorrow night, we're talking gap schemes from the spread. And the night after that, I think we're talking 8-man football. So come hang out with us any night. We're on pretty much every Monday through Thursday evening. Like, subscribe, appreciate you. Check us out over at clinic.chiefpigskin.com. You guys take care.